Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cardhoarder Podcast Squeeze Edition. If you're unfamiliar with the rules of Squeeze, check the description below first. The basic rules is you start with the topic, you guess what ranks from 1 to 15, but if your guess, doesn't fit on the list, then you're going to lose. For this episode, Nathaniel is the Squeeze Master, so what is your topic?
So my Squeeze topic is going to be my favorite goblins, of which there are numerous, because goblins are awesome. I think we start with Conor.
Yeah, since I lost, I should go. Right?
Yeah,
loser should go first.
Loser
right?
goes first.
Awesome. There was one that I came to mind immediately. I have to do this. Shout out to the Ib Nation. Ib Havhart, the Goblin Tactician.
All right, I'm going to have to look this one up because I have no idea what it is.
Oh, you don't know this one? Oh.
What is it? So how do I spell it? Let's start there.
I love this. This is perfect. All right, it's from Time Spiral. So it's Ib, so I-B.
I-B.
And then Half-Heart. Half-Heart's one word.
Half-Heart.
And then comma, Goblin Tactician.
So that should be enough, assuming I've spelled Half-Heart.
Oh, right. I remember this guy, yeah.
Just look at that picture. Come on.
The picture's okay. So he's a 4-drop. So it's from Time Spiral, huh?
Yeah, this is a shout out to my Commander Cast days. This was a popular commander on the show.
Okay. It's okay. I mean, I guess if I played with it, I probably would get a little more excited about it, because sacking 2 mountains to make goblins is pretty cool. I guess you can't really block the goblins either, because they're just all basically bombs.
Yeah, this isn't all in suicide type commander. It's
okay. So I mean, it's definitely awesome. I mean, I'll grant you that, but it certainly doesn't have the nostalgia that some of the other ones have. So let's go with 5 on this one, I think, because it's very cool. But
sweet.
Okay, I think I am going to try and aim for closer to the bottom, because I think it might be a goblin you haven't played with very often. I think there's a lot of goblin. I have in my mind, I have a lot of goblins I know you're going to have in the top 5, and it's going to get squeezed. But let's try and find the bottom. Goblin Electromancer.
Yeah, Electromancer is the storm one, right?
Yeah, he makes spells cost 1 less.
Yeah, I would put him down pretty close to the bottom. Let's say probably 13. He's not really the kind of goblin that I'm all about.
No, I didn't think so.
That was a very strategic response, I'll say.
All right, I'm going to go a little classic one. I'm going to go with Goblin Pile Driver.
Pile Driver. Yeah, Pile Driver is definitely in the top echelons of goblins. And if you have looked at my profile on Cardhoarder, it is my favorite Magic card. So.
Oh, I didn't even look. I'm just that good.
So I'm going to go with number 1 for the Pile Driver.
Ooh.
And I will say that gives you quite a bit of information too, because I don't think that you can go above it. So you can't get squeezed above Pile Driver.
I think there's probably a lot of goblins from that era, like the Pile Driver Patriarch era that you like.
Yes, that was a
good time for goblins.
It was a good time for goblins. The block deck was 95% of the metagame, if I recall correctly.
I'm going to try and guess, just because I love the card and I want to see where you place it. Goblin Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter's awesome. I mean, it's either 2 or 3. It's pretty dangerous for you guys if I put it at 2.
Yeah,
but I'll put him at 3 to give you a fighting chance. But yeah, Sharpshooter is awesome. I love Sharpshooter.
Okay. All right. I need to go lower here then. Let's do Goblin Dark Dwellers, a little more of a newer
Dark
card.
Dwellers, yeah. I am not a fan. So let's put him down at 15.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't think it was going to be that low.
He's basically a mid-range kind of control-y card. And I hate playing decks that get card advantage on me.
It doesn't really seem like a Goblin card. That's why I kind of don't like it. I actually kind of like it as a card, but as far as Goblin lore,
it does not feel like a goblin. A 4/4 doesn't feel like a goblin to begin with Menace, especially. It's a good card, but it's just not my cup of tea.
So I know you love VMA drafts, or you like the format a lot. So I am going to guess, and I'm probably going to get very close to getting a squeezed already if I want to guess.
You can't get squeezed now unless it's worse than...
I'm trying to set up future squeezes, I guess.
You can try to set up Conor, forgetting.
Yeah. Goblin Goon.
Interesting selection. So I loved VMA, and my favorite archetype in VMA was Goblins. It was either Goblins or I would force Storm and either get there or not. Which I hate Storm too, so it makes no sense at all. I'm not that big a fan of Goblin. I don't dislike it, but he certainly wasn't good for me in those drafts. He's okay. So I would put him in 10, probably.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, cool.
All right, well, I thought Dave was going to get higher on that, so I'm going to go with an answer I think is going to be higher. One of my favorite goblins, besides Ib Halfhard, Goblin Welder.
Goblin Welder.
Well, that's a nice one.
I mean, I like it as a card. I never got to play with it. It was sort of before my time, and the type of deck that it plays is not really the type of deck I would play. Because it was really a combo deck, right? That it was mostly played in?
It can be. It's also, if you play in the Legacy Gauntlet, it's in Painter Servant deck.
True.
Okay. Interesting.
But it's also very, like, I love it in Commander. That's why I love it.
Okay. I'm going to put him at 8.
I am fairly certain I know what 2 and 4 are.
Okay.
I on the lines of Pile Driver and Sharpshooter. And the question is, do I want to attempt to fill them in to make a very dangerous squeeze section, or do I want to go for the easy one? I think I'm going to attempt to fill them in, and I'm going to shoot for number 2 and go War Chief.
Yeah, you got it. Definitely. War Chief's awesome.
War Chief is awesome.
I wish he cost 2. That'd probably be super ridiculous. But War Chief of the Lords, I like him the best. But he was the home of the turn 3 kill the backbone of was it Standard? I guess it was Standard, and it was also block because it was Skirk Prospector into War Chief into 3 Pile Drivers. I mean, it was unlikely to happen, but still
a win.
I don't actually know if I ever got it, but knowing it was there, made a big difference too.
For sure.
Enjoying.
All right. Well, I need to go for an answer that's definitely not like one of the iconic ones.
Yeah, so the top 3 is dangerous right now.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
So I'm going to go lower, but I can't go too low. So this one should fit in somewhere in the mid-range, I would think. So Squee, Goblin, Nabob. I don't know how you say it.
I assume it's Nabob, though. I don't actually know either.
I have no. I just say Squee.
So Squee, the card displayed in Dredge, not Norn the Ware. not
necessarily Dredge, too. There's just like some like...
value decks.
Yeah, there's like a land, like a Dark Depth lands deck, like way before.
Okay.
They just played with like Liliana and stuff too. That's like they would frequently discard Squee and get it back.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've only seen it played in that Dredge deck in Modern, and I'm not the biggest fan of that deck. So let's put him at 12. Squee.
Okay, that's where I was hoping.
I am going to try my best to fill in 4 here without getting squeezed. Again, I'm pretty sure of this, though it wasn't in the same standard deck as Pile Driver War Chief Sharpshooter, but a Goblin enthusiast must love Goblin Lackey.
Lackey is not number 4.
Ooh.
I certainly like it, and it was in VMA. I don't know. I guess it might have to be 4 because I like it more than Ib Halfheart, possibly. But it wasn't what I was thinking for 4, which means that whomever chooses what I was thinking, I guess loses. So let's put him at 4.
Ooh.
But I mean, he's not close to those 3 though.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's probably just because of the way the squeeze came out with the Ib Halfheart. But Lackey's awesome. You're right. I mean, if you like goblins, you have to love Lackey. I use him to great effect in VMA draft. So he's up there.
Okay, this is getting difficult. Can't be too spiky. It has to be goblin flavored, but it can't be too awesome. I'm going to go old school. I'm going to say Raging Goblin.
He's the 1/1 haste.
Yep, that's all it is. 1/1, one red.
All right, yeah, he's okay. Let's put him at 11.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, I'll take it, but not where I was expecting. I don't think he ever got played in Constructed, did he?
I played against him in the Nationals.
I certainly couldn't have him over Goblin Goon. I think 11's where he's at.
He used to see play just because he has haste. There was a deck with, the Red Shoal that's been banned, Blazing Shoal?
Yeah.
So it was just a deck where you turned one a guy and Blazing Shoal him twice. You just got in for 20 on turn 1 before they played a land. But I'm not saying it was a good deck, but
that is absurd.
So I think I might be squeezing myself because if Lackey wasn't 4, I think I know what might be 4. But I'm hoping it's 6. Siege Gang Commander.
Yeah, that was 4.
Yeah, I thought so.
I love Siege Gang. Siege Gang's great.
Yeah,
Siege Gang's awesome. I mean, that whole package was all in the same block, but it was also in BMA. And man, getting the dream in VMA, few things made me happier while playing Magic than getting the good deck in VMA draft, the good Goblin deck. So,
did you ever get the Lackey out of Siege Gang?
I don't think so. I certainly had them in the same deck.
That's game.
Yeah.
I think I got Lackey. I got the Ringleader out a couple times with Lackey.
Yeah, I was. Where would Ringleader be on the list? That I was thinking about saying that.
He would probably be above Ib. I mean, he's kind of where Lackey is, I think.
Okay. My next answer would have been, next guess would have been Goblin Matron.
So Matron, I think, would be in like the 6-7 range because like it's such an awesome card, and it was in VMA, and I had like usually like 4 or 5 in my VMA deck, almost always.
My 2 guesses left were Gardener.
I don't even know it.
It's
14.
like a 4-mana 1/1 that destroys a land when it comes into play.
It destroys the land when it comes into play. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you used to see some play with Matron. I used to see one of playing like Legacy decks.
Right.
With Matron, so you can play it cheap. And the other one, just to try and maybe hit 14, was the Legionnaire, Goblin Legionnaire.
I don't think he would be 14. He'd be somewhere in between the 7 to 12 range, I think.
Okay, that would have been interesting.
I'd have to like take another look at him, but I don't. I'm kind of indifferent about him. Yeah. I left the bottom ones for ones that I don't like, or the enable decks I don't like.
Yeah, I was thinking about Goblin Rabblemaster. I assumed that would have been the lower one since that was a more spikier card. So.
Oh, I actually love Rabblemaster.
Okay.
I mean, so it probably would be like between 4 and 7. I mean, like the Ib half art, like it's a cool design. So I maybe put him up a little bit too high.
I was trying to sell you on how sweet the card is.
I think you convinced me to bring him up a little bit higher than I normally would.
Yeah, it has a cult following, so I had to bring it out. Yeah,
that was a close one.
I mean, that's the problem with Squeeze with me is like I've had like 2 distinct periods where I've played a lot, and then I don't know a bunch of other cards. You know what I mean? So it's tough to have that.
Oh yeah, I had some old ones on my list that I wanted to bring out, but I was like, no, this is gonna be too.
Yeah, like Goblin King, he probably would have been mid range because he's a pretty boring.
I was talking about there's some great ones from Ice Age that are terrible. So yeah, there's Goblin Snowman was my.
I was about to say Goblin Snowman.
Yeah, but see, Snowman, like it's such a. I love the picture, and it's like So I don't know. That would be a tough one to place. Right, awesome. Depends on my mood.
All right, I think that's going to do it for the Cardhoarder Podcast Squeeze edition. So I'm going to be the Squeeze Master since I won. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be, so stay tuned for next week. So remember, you can check out the full episodes of the podcast every week on cardhoarder.com. Episodes usually come out midweek at some point. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you for listening.